starting an event. We talked about food, video, photography. If we had to quickly jot it down, what are the things that people need to think about?
The best way to do this is actually start with
When you go to organize an event, you start to put together the event plan. What are the things that you look for? How do we start that process? What should we look at first?
Yeah, so Savan, it's interesting how you pick the food, the drinks, the content, and that's what everyone picks out first, especially for the fresh eyes that doesn't know
Yeah.
much about events. But professional event managers actually start from the risk aspect.
Okay.
They say, I need to make sure that I approach three different venues to make sure that none of these venues, nothing happens to that event. Because if something goes wrong, guess what? Everything comes back to the event manager. So for us, it is about risk management. Yes, it sounds so boring. I know that everybody's thinking that is the last thing that I want to hear, but it is the most important part. Once you get that right and you have a really good plan in place for that, then you go to the fun stuff. Then you start choosing the entertainment. Then you start choosing the content. So the biggest thing around it is really understanding the purpose of the event and what you, as a business owner, want to achieve with it. Because there's a lot of business owners that go out there and say, "Oh, yes, let me spend money on here. I think my target market is there. It's gonna get the return that I want." But it doesn't work as good. It doesn't work like that. It really works on you really understanding the pre-event, everything that you need to do beforehand in order to make that event successful. Then the on-site, which is the execution, and then also post-event. There's so much you can do after the event.
In terms of the purpose of events, why do most companies do them? Is it to give back to the community? Is it to get leads?
A lot of the big corporate companies, for example, have a full strategy on it. Now, the only reason why I'm bringing that up is because it is actually as relevant to smaller businesses as it is to corporates. So what I mean by that is that same strategy that I spoke to you about. So attending events so that you can meet new people or network with your industry, sponsoring events so that you can actually get your brand out there and connect with a particular industry, um, hosting the event yourself to bring in your clients, your stakeholders, your customers, so that you can showcase your brand.
Can you tell us a story where something didn't go so well and you were able to take a negative into a positive?
Yeah, sure. I just want to preface this by saying that all event managers are like ducks. We float on the river, but our legs are flapping like crazy on event day. And we're always smiling because we want to make sure that the client is always happy. One of the award nights, award ceremonies that we had a new event coordinator that was helping us with the awards himself and setting them up. And at the table, we set up the first set of awards, and it was all ready to go. All the other awards were placed underneath the table. And because she was a new event coordinator, she completely missed the fact that there were more awards underneath
Oh, no.
for the awards ceremony. So there was a moment or two there that we had to lose. We were using one award, so a previous award for the same giveaway. So we
Yeah.
kept using that same award to try and finish off the night. The best part is everyone left with their awards. Everyone was still happy. They still had their photos.